the process of compiling and running a program. So initially we start with writing a program. This is hello.c, and this program includes include file. Okay, but it will not be compiled. It is just a source file, and after compilation of this process, compiler will read this preprocessor directive only. This preprocessor directive will be read by the compiler and not other task will be done. Okay, after compilation, this will generate one object file, hello.obj file. So I will show you in some other compilers that how this process will happen. After compilation of this, hello.object file is there, and this object file is nearly machine understandable. Okay, so it will include all the libraries like stdio.h, and it will also include, means all the library files will be included here only. And after that, this object file will be forwarded to linker. Okay, now linker loads other dependent file, means other dependencies will be solved by the linker. Okay, like other user generated object file, suppose a manifesto file is there. Okay, so dot manifesto file and some other files, .dll files. So whatever dependencies are there, it will be resolved by the compiler. Fine. And then finally it will link all the libraries and this object file together. So it is integrated together. Okay, a lot of noise is coming, I think. So let me mute myself for a few seconds. Okay. So now after linking the these library files and other objects like manifesto file and some other files, it will link together, and finally this program is runnable. So now it will produce hello.exe file. Okay, initially it is hello.c, then hello.object and hello.exe. Now hello.exe is available for all to run the program. That's it. That is the means process. And if there is something, okay, because I had installed my code block also. So if in code block the program is able to run, then I will show you the exe. Yes. Okay, so let me share one screen to you. Because it is not theoretical part, it is in real practice. So yesterday I had compiled one program 2.c, program 2.exe is there. If you double click on this, it will automatically execute the program, but because it takes input and we need to run it in run it through DOS. Okay, so here I need to open the command prompt, and then it will be able to run. And this .o file is your object file. Okay, so whenever you are opening your code block or some other means code block is there, desktop code block is not there. In C programming, I think code block is there. So now I am opening the code block, and this code block consists of several files. Okay, so inside that it is based on so many DLL files are there, and this is the launcher. I am opening the launcher, and it is asking all the time install anyway or something like that. So install anyway because it is not in Microsoft's Play Store. So it is not opening. Let me open it as administrator. I don't know what is the problem, but yesterday I had compiled this whole program, and this program gives the output like this. Okay, so this is your and you can ask the question that why other program is not having the compiled code, because I had never compiled these programs. These programs are written, and these programs was used with some different compiler. Okay, only this program number 2 is compiled with code block, and it will produce the output initially it will start object file. So you can see the time here at 7:01 p.m. in yesterday. I had compiled the program, and at the same time this program was created. And if because the time is also same there. Yes. Now you can see date modified. So okay, means there is no problem. Fine. So now you are getting this concept that it will always create an object file, and it will be destroyed in case of Linux. Okay, Linux, Unix, or some other shell based scripting terminal. So
So,
this is your, yes.
can you make an program in code blocks from starting and compile it from there only to show us, just to show us?
Yes, I can. But if
Uh,
it is, yes, if code block is permitting me to do so, okay,
okay.
because code block is not executing. Let me try to do it by my own. This is my code block, and this is code block launcher, and let me run as administrator, because it is not forwarding from here. That is the problem. Let me run this also, run as administrator. Actually, I had used a standalone package. Okay, so that is the problem related with this. And see, it is not working. So leave it for today. I will show you in tomorrow. Okay, because I
Okay, sir.
need to install this whole package, and then only I will be able to do. And let me left this screen here. If any screen prompts me, then also I will able to show you. Okay, so this is my screen. Okay, this is Microsoft Super screen. So now this screen is visible to you, and see, I had told you whatever syntaxes are there, okay, whatever error in syntax will be executed at compile time, and it will generate either syntax error or compile time error. Fine. So this is also known as static binding error. Static binding error. Okay, now come to, and don't go on this term, just go on compile time error or compiler error. Okay, not compiler error, actually it is compile time error, because your compiler is good, that's why you are able to compile. Now come to link. At the time of linking, if all the libraries are not present, okay, if some of the libraries are missing, then this time it will generate linker error. It will be compiled definitely. If you are going to compile, it will compile. But if you are going for build, okay, if you are going for build all, then it will generate an error message that this particular library is not available, or this particular file is not available. So I will show you the experiment for this. Okay, I will rename the file name of studio.stdio.h as some other name. Okay, and then I will try to include this, automatically give me one error. Sorry. After execution of this file, this file is available for execution. But due to some programming or due to some input error, it will generate an error message like divide by zero error. Okay. Yesterday you have seen that INF is coming. So this INF is one error. Okay. This is one trap message actually. Trap message that I am not able to solve this problem. That's why it has generated INF. Okay, so this is the, yes. Any doubt? Okay. Now come to this modifiers. I think I had explained the concept of modifiers also. So there are mainly three types of modifiers. Okay, and this modifier, it requires at the time of programming. So this modifier is used to alter the meaning of base type to fit various situation more precisely. Like basic data types, integer, float, character, these are there, and modifiers are signed, unsigned, long, and short. These are not data type, but these are the modifiers. Okay, so what are the modifiers? Signed, unsigned, and long and short. Okay, these two things are there: signed, unsigned, long, and short. These are the modifiers we can use. Fine, with data type. The long modifier can also be applied to double. Means long double you can also quote. Okay. Now come to the basic data types available in C are character, integer, float, and float, double, and void. So data types, basic data types are limited, very limited. So these basic data types are integer, float, then character is smallest size, character is of smallest size, character, integer, float, double. This is single precision and this is double precision, and void. Void is no type. Okay. So for void, it is not required to use modifier. Okay. And for other types, we can use modifiers. Fine. There are data types. So this data type is for 16-bit compiler. 16-bit compiler. Okay. If we are using 32-bit compiler, then the sizes may vary. So it may be asked, sometimes it is the questions may ask like that, what is the size of character? So you can see this character is simple data type, this signed and unsigned, these are the modifiers actually, and this unsigned character, fine, these are modifiers. Integer is simple and this is modifier, and short and unsigned short, this is also with the help of modifier. So don't go on this size. Nowadays size is like 8 for character, 8-bit for character. For integer it is 32-bit, unsigned is also 32-bit, signed is also 32-bit. A short integer is 16-bit, unsigned short integer is 16-bit, and signed short integer is 16-bit. Okay, twice is that it has written. Long integer is 64-bit, signed long is 64-bit, unsigned long is 64-bit, float is 64-bit, double is 128-bit, long double is 128-bit. So it depends on their sizes, and that's why the precision may vary. Okay, so whenever number system completes, I will show you what is the meaning of this and how this will be incorporated with number system. Then come to identifier name. So you know how do you write the identifier names. So this is name of variables, function, labels, and various other user defined objects. These are also known as identifiers. So some correct identifiers names, correct identifier names are like arena as underscore count, marks 40, class underscore 1, and even underscore underscore 40 is also valid, underscore as 40 is valid. So you can, or even underscore is also valid identifier, but it is not shown because you don't understand with what is the meaning of this. And erroneous means it is started with any number or it includes any symbol other than this. If you are having any identifier which is not started with A to Z or A to Z or underscore, then these are erroneous identifier. So whenever I'm switching a screen, it will automatically within 1 second it will make a cross mark. So just see it, flip it. Okay. So this all are wrong identifiers. Fine. So don't use this kind of things. Only A to Z and A to Z. If the first letter, I am talking about first letter. Okay. If first letter is any of A to Z or any of capital A to Z or any of underscore, and subsequent numbers are A to Z, A to A to Z, okay, A to Z, 0 to 9 and underscore, then this is valid. Are you able to understand what I had written? See, whenever you are writing variable name, it must start with either underscore, either A to Z, or A to Z means capital. Then the next, then the next name will be, then the next name will be maybe underscore, maybe A to Z, capital A to Z, or 0 to 9. Okay. So, and now you can move here. So this diagram shows that you need to start with any of these character, and it must not, it must non keyword and non reserved words. Okay, so if we start, then you can start from here and you can jumble here. Suppose you have picked one character K, then followed by A. Okay, so this will become KA, then followed by P. Okay, followed by I, followed by L, then 9, 10, underscore, etc. So this is the valid nomenclature of variable. Fine. An identifier cannot be same as a C keyword. So I had already explained you. And now come to variable. Variables are name, location in memory that are used to hold a value that may be modified by the program. So there are variables like data type and followed by variable name. So here example shows integer ABC, XYZ and long integer IJ. So whenever we are doing this, it will automatically create one variable of integer type. Okay, and another variable of also integer type, and this variable name is ABC and XYZ. So I had already shown you the program related with variable, how to write program related with variable. Now there are variables like local variable, those are accessible to scope only. If the variable is declared here like integer A, so this is accessible inside scope only. Okay, so these are known as local variable. Then formal parameters are there. Formal parameters are declared in the definition of function parameter. So like integer, okay, in previous, so integer, oh yes, some function name, function, and then A and B. So these are the formal parameters. Okay, and it is declared in the definition of function parameter. So we will see later. Then global variables are declared outside the scope with keyword global. Okay, so it will accessible throughout the program and throughout the life cycle of program. Now come to input output in C. For input and output, there are different functions. Okay, so these functions may include, okay, it is not shown. So let us read this. In C, there are no special keyword to perform input output operation. These operations are carried out by using library function, though technically C does not distinguish very much between file and console. File means you can give input from file also, and you can take input from user also. So both has same meaning. If you are taking input from file, then it is input file, and if you are taking input from user, then it is keyboard file. Okay, all console input output function produce only text based output. However, most compilers include screen control and graphics function. So there are functions like Visual Studio and some other, so they can take advantage of using GUI, but this is not our scope. Okay, these functions apply to a specific environment under which the compiler operates. Then come to input output in C preprocessor directive. So preprocessor directives are instructions given to the compiler. They are not translated into machine language but are operated upon directly by the compiler before the compiling process begins. Okay, operated. It is not compiled. So this is also known as pre-compiled header files. Preprocessor directives always begins with hash. So there is include is not only preprocessor directive. We will use some other also. Okay, and these are also known as macro. Preprocessor directives are often placed in the beginning of program before main is declared. Every time we are doing like this. and like this is include stdlib.h and some other stdio.h, conio.h, mat.h, string.h. Reading and writing characters. So these are the functions traditionally used. Nowadays we are not using this. Okay, get char, get che, get ch, put char, get and put. Okay, and this is dangerous, and I think someone has asked that why it is dangerous, because the compiler don't know up to how much we need to read the string from screen. Okay, so that's why this is a program. If we run this program in simple compiler, it will run forever. Okay, and sometimes it is not able to exit from the program. So that's why we are not using this getS and putS most of the time. So for this purpose we will use printf. Printf is formatted print. Okay, so there is format specifier printf followed by text format specifier and then variable name. So format specifiers are %d. Similarly for scanf format specifier and variable name. And yes, so there are format modifiers also. Many format specifier can work with modifiers that are that alter their meaning slightly. Modifiers are placed between the % sign. Okay, so % sign must be there. %d, %f. %f says that this is floating point number. %d says that this is decimal number. Okay, the minimum field width, the number of decimal places left, justification, and any other kind of formatting can be specified. So this point you must remember that we can left justify also, we can right justify also, but there is no provision of central justification. Okay, this is central justification. So there are format modifiers specific for minimum field width, %integer format specifier, precision specifier, and modifier to justify the output. If you want to justify right, then -12.2f will be written. Okay, this does not say that this is a negative number. This only says that you are right justifying your number, and this 12.5 will be left justification. Okay, and these are the different format specifiers we will use, and it will come. So whenever any character, any special character like C, D, I, O, E, E, F, G, S, U, X, X, P, N, these all are format specifier used for a specific purpose. Like if you want to use octal, then %o will be there. Okay, so whenever we are writing %o instead of %d, it will produce output in octal number. Fine. Then escape sequence, already told you these are the escape sequence. Okay, in previous slide, like, and we are very much interested in /n and /t. Most of the time we are going to use /n and /t. /n is used for new line and /t is used for horizontal tab. So with this we finish the introductory part, and now if you have any doubt you can ask.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर आप बहुत फटाफट पढ़ाते हो.
ये अभी मैंने पढ़ाया है केवल,
सर
ये वाला ऑलरेडी बता चुका हूँ. That's why.
हाँ सर, बट कैचअप करना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. आप पता
I
नहीं
know.
सर, एक को मैं समझती फिर मैं आप दूसरे
नहीं, इसके लिए मैं एग्री हूँ. इस पर्टिकुलर लास्ट 5 मिनट के लिए बिल्कुल एग्री हूँ कि मैंने बहुत ज्यादा फास्ट पढ़ाया है, because this has already completed in previous slide. I can show you that slide also, and in that class you are present. Okay, I know.
सर
हाँ,
जैसे प्रोग्राम बनाना मुझे नहीं आता, मतलब कुछ भी, तो फिर कैसे?
हाँ, तो आप रिवीजन की क्लास अटेंड कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो?
कर रहा हूँ सर, रेगुलर
कर रहे हो
क्लासेस
तो
अटेंड कर रहा हूँ.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. हाँ, सारी चीजें रिवाइज करूंगा, क्योंकि अभी आज हम लोग की 16th क्लास है और आज भी हम लोग अभी तक एक भी प्रोग्राम नहीं बनाया. जो भी बनाया वो मैंने बनाया, आपने कोई प्रोग्राम नहीं बनाया है ना.
हाँ.
तो इसलिए मुझे, और मुस्कान देखिए, आप जो आज मैंने चीजें पढ़ाई है ना, ये बिल्कुल यहाँ से मैंने फास्ट किया है, इस जगह से, वेरिएबल से. ओके, यहाँ तक तो मैंने बता ही दिया है. तो ये आप एक बार पढ़ लीजिए। सारे लोगों से मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, ये स्लाइड अभी मैं डाल दे रहा हूँ, है ना, 10-15 is already there. So I am really sorry for that I had read this content very fast and explained very fast. So you can ask this in tomorrow's class or in revisions class also you can ask. So maybe in 2 or 3 days we will start using we will start programming in there also. Okay. Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर जो आपने कल पढ़ाया था एचडी लिप से, सर उससे हम किसी का भी सर मतलब पीसी सा शट डाउन कर सकते हैं ना?
हाँ, पीसी भी शट डाउन कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल। आप
शट
उस
डाउन
प्रोग्राम
मतलब
को
डैश पी ना हो करके
हाँ बिल्कुल
भेज देते सर किसी के में, और वो खोलेगा सर उसका डाउन।
it depends whether you have prepared your program in which language. Okay. एंड विंडोज में अभी देख रहे हो जो प्रोप्राइटरी सॉफ्टवेयर तक ये अभी तक ओपन नहीं कर पाया है, तो वो उसका प्रोग्राम क्या खाक ओपन करेगा? ये देखो यहाँ पर, है ना। सो
हाँ सर वो तो है।
वो तो बहुत मुश्किल काम है, थोड़ा सा मुश्किल काम है, हम लोग को पोर्ट्स ओपन करने पड़ते हैं। तो इसलिए तो हम बेसिक प्रोग्रामिंग पढ़ रहे हैं, सी प्रोग्रामिंग पढ़ रहे हैं, क्योंकि सी प्रोग्रामिंग इज द लो लेवल प्रोग्रामिंग। लो लेवल मीन इट इज हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज, no doubt, but you can access the memory location, you can corrupt the browsers, you can corrupt the monitors also. Okay, there is test and stay routines, TSR programming. So if you are using TSR programming, then you can corrupt anyone's browser. Fine. So I am beyond limit, and thank you very much. Okay, so Muskan,
Thank you, sir.
I am posting this in A section's WhatsApp group. You just download it, and whenever and you need to run this. Okay, because if you are simply viewing this slide, it is not able to view because it consists of animation. Okay, so thank you very much, and I am posting tomorrow's PPT also. Okay, so thank you.
Sir, in MS Teams?
In not MS Team, in WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
Just use with WhatsApp web and download it in your system. Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now,
Thank you, sir.
with this, we
Thank you,
formal end this class, this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.